May 1945. The battle remains of the German army and Nazi Germany are pushed back. The Germans lost Western Europe, they lost France, Belgium and the Netherlands, Denmark and Norway. And in the east, they lost Prussia, Poland, Danzig, Ukraine, Belarus, and huge chunks of Russia. And now, Berlin is the only place left. The Soviets, having learned their mistakes in the past, are now taking Berlin bit by bit after taking the Seelow Heights outside of Berlin in the town of Seelow. And now, as the Soviets are closing their eyes on Berlin, they took most of the city. Most of the city, with heavy street fighting between the Wehrmacht, the Volkssturm, and the Waffen-SS of Adolf Hitler, SS bodyguards of Adolf Hitler. They're now taking over Berlin bit by bit, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. And the weapons the Soviets are using to take Berlin are the Mosin-Nagant M91 and M38 Mosin-Nagant rifles. They had the PPSH submachine guns, both PPSH-41 and PPS-43 submachine guns is what they're using. While the Germans, their weapons are using are Kar 98Ks, they have the barrel rifles, the STG-44s, in which you look in appearance looks like AK-47s. The MP40, like the most iconic Nazi submachine gun in pop culture and World War II films, and also crudely made new weapons like the MP3008, which is a British Sten gun, but the magazine is in a vertical position. And another gun they made was the Volkssturmgewehr VG-15, a semi-automatic rifle that the Germans made for the Battle of Berlin to supply the Volkssturm, as you can see here, as the Volkssturm didn't have that much weapons, as just the Germans lost resources from every part of their country, from every part of territory really had many resources. They lost so many. The Volkssturmgewehr it fired on the same cartridges as the STG-44, but it was clearly a semi-automatic rifle. And using it, and these weapons and the weapons of the Germans and the weapons are very crude, and these crude weapons are so crude that today they're not found, and then they're very rare because they were crude and considered unsafe, because of how they were made. The Soviets, after days and days of taking the city, they see their sights on the Reichstag. By taking as they fought inside and outside the building, as the Reichstag was considered his huge importance to German politics at the time. But actually, the building was never used because in the 1930s, before World War II, a huge fire was there in which Adolf Hitler, seen here, passed a law that granted him access to exterminate anything and anyone. And now the Soviets, with their might and struggle and mistakes learnt, have now taken the Reichstag. As they to prove it, they stuck someone took a picture of a soldier raising the Soviet flag, the hammer and sickle, the red banner with the hammer and sickle over the Reichstag. And then on the 30th of May, Adolf Hitler shot himself in his Berlin bunker. The boy, as well as his wife Eva Braun. The two bodies were then cremated in a ditch outside the Führer bunker, as you can see here, inside the Fuhrer bunker, and they were cremated to make sure that the bodies were not able to be captured by the Soviets. And after Adolf Hitler died, Minister of Propaganda Joseph Goebbels took over. As Joseph Goebbels' first thing as the new Chancellor of Germany is to send Hans Krebs to Vasily Chuikov to negotiate a ceasefire between the Soviets and the Red Army. I mean between the Germans and the and the Soviets. But this negotiation went horribly wrong, as the Soviets demanded conditional surrender. After this failed negotiation attempt, Joseph Goebbels and his wife Magdalena Goebbels shot themselves. And after he was shot, he was also cremated as well. He was cremated in the same spot where Adolf Hitler was. And after Joseph Goebbels shot himself, Grand Admiral of the Navy, Admiral Karl Dönitz, as you can see in this picture, has taken signed the Act of Unconditional Surrender in Flensburg. And then a few days later in Berlin, General Wilhelm Keitel, as you can see in this photograph, signed the Act of Unconditional Surrender in Berlin, which finally ended the war in Europe. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll keep on uploading videos like this. So anyways, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.